James "Jimmy" Stewart, fondly known as America's Everyman, led a successful career in Hollywood. Beyond that, he was a devoted family man living the American ideal. Here are some of the homes he lived in. After marrying Gloria McLean, Jimmy Stewart bought the 918 North Roxbury Drive property in the Beverly Hills Flats neighborhood. The house, built in the 1920s, was inspired by the Tudor architectural style, which Stewart, by his admission, found ugly. It was built for the silent movie director, 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗡𝗟. Jimmy and his wife bought the home in 1981 and moved in after their honeymoon. Before that, they'd lived in Gloria's Los Angeles home. Initially, the home occupied a single lot, but Stewart bought the nearby property in the 1970s, turning it into a 1.34-acre property. The extra space served as a vegetable garden for his wife, where she planted flowers, tomatoes, and corn. The home, designed by architect 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗄𝗏, was 6,300 square feet and featured 5 bedrooms on the upper floor, ensuring each of their children had their own rooms. The main floor had a spacious entrance hall leading to the living room. After moving into the home, Gloria took up the task of decorating it, choosing beige and green as her primary color scheme. She organized the living room around the fireplace, leaving sufficient room toward the back of the room for Stewart's grand piano. Other rooms in the house included a kitchen, a breakfast room where they had most of their meals, a formal dining room where they entertained guests, and an extensive library. According to Stewart's daughter, the library was one of the most used rooms in the home. The family would often spend time there before meals. In addition to the family's book collections, Stewart used the library to display his Oscars and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He also kept his published poetry collections there. Inside the primary bedroom, Stewart hung a framed watercolor painting of his favorite horse, Pi, which Fonda had made for him while they were on set. Fonda would later say he made it to comfort Stewart, who was still grieving the loss of his son in the Vietnam War. A stone walkway led outside the house to a grassy lawn, ivy and birch trees lining the property, and an English garden that Stewart's wife cared for. He enclosed the garden behind a high garden fence. Stewart lived in the home until his death from a heart attack in 1997, almost 3 years after the death of his wife. After his death, the family home was sold to Stephen Wallace for $5.6 million. Unfazed by the previous owner's stardom, Wallace demolished the house and built an Italian-style villa of over 15,000 square feet. This villa is a contemporary-style mansion with 9 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. He also removed the garden, replacing the outdoor area with an in-ground pool and a detached guest house. The villa also features amenities such as a wine cellar, wine room, home theater, sauna, and a home gym. 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗡𝗟 Evanston Street was Jimmy Stewart's bachelor pad. He shared the property with Johnny Swope and Burgess Meredith in the 1940s before moving out in 1949 after his marriage to Gloria. The property is a 0.6-acre lot on which sits a 4,600 square foot single-family home. The home is a single-story ranch-style house with 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. The living room is spacious, with multiple seating areas and wood paneling around the fireplace. There's also another wood-burning fireplace in the dining room. The home also features an eat-in kitchen, connecting to the grassy backyard through 2 glass sliding doors. The backyard features a concrete patio, grassed areas, and mature birch trees. In front of the house is a large courtyard and compound, featuring a grassy area and a paved driveway. The home was last renovated in 1962 and remained off the market until 2019, when it was listed for sale and eventually sold for $8,260,000. 107 North 7th Street in Indiana, Pennsylvania, was Jimmy Stewart's childhood home. They moved into the home when he was young, and he lived there until adulthood. The home is located on a hill dubbed Vinegar Hill. It is a 2-story property with a living space of about 3,898 square feet. The house, originally built in 1915, sits on a residential lot of about 0.28 acres. The external structures of the house is made from brick. The single-family home features 12 rooms, including 4 bedrooms and 4 baths. Other features of the home include a finished basement, a fireplace, and an attached garage. The house remained within the Stewart family until Jimmy's father died in 1961. Currently, the property is privately owned and not accessible to the public. However, fans can find memorabilia and exhibitions of Jimmy Stewart's life and career at the Jimmy Stewart Museum, located in the Indiana Public Library. In the 1930s, Jimmy Stewart shared an apartment with his lifelong friend, Henry Fonda, and other similarly struggling actor friends. They initially lived in West 40th Street, an area presently dominated by Lincoln Square. They lived there during the Great Depression before moving into another apartment in New York. Their basement apartment on 63rd Street consisted of a bedroom with twin beds, a sitting room, a kitchen, and a small bathroom. Eventually, they lost their apartment on 63rd Street, after which Fonda and Stewart united to rent a room in the rundown Madison Square Hotel on 23rd Street. Jimmy Stewart's property portfolio includes 2 ranches he bought. One was the Wine Cup Ranch, which he owned between 1953 and 1953. Another was a gentleman's ranch overlooking Santini Valley. He bought the ranch in the early 1960s following his father's death. He intended to retire from Hollywood and retreat into the ranch to begin his retirement. The ranch came with a Spanish-style hacienda dubbed the Palacio del Rio. The hacienda was built in the 1920s by architect Joseph Plunkett for John J. Mitchell Jr. and his wife, Lolita Armour. Mitchell founded an aviation company that became United Airlines. The original ranch served as a coveted networking ground for America's elite, with notable visitors such as Reagan. They would congregate on the ranch for various horse riding activities, camping, and other activities related to the ranching lifestyle of Old Spice, California. Originally, the hacienda sat on about 12,000 acres of land, but only 36.6 acres of the estate remains. On this remaining acreage is the 10,000 square foot hacienda, featuring 6 bedrooms and 6.5 baths. It has multiple reception rooms that open up to the outdoor living spaces. The main residence is built for comfort, privacy, and luxury, seamlessly blending indoor and outdoor spaces. Inside the primary residence is the living room, which connects to the dining room. The living and dining rooms have fireplaces and windows with views of the spectacular Santini Valley. Beyond the dining and living rooms is the kitchen, which connects to the family room. The kitchen has been upgraded to include modern amenities. It features a huge center island with a sink, a large fireplace, and custom cabinetry. It also carries high-end kitchen appliances and a storage pantry equipped with a freezer. Like the living room, the kitchen windows open to the Santini Valley. Some rooms in the house have been transformed to fit the modern occupant. The powder room, for example, has been repurposed into a laundry room, complete with the required amenities. The primary suite features a dedicated TV room with a hand-carved fireplace, 2 custom walk-in closets, a primary bathroom with a standalone tub, and a gym. The primary suite also has an enclosed porch that connects to the outdoor pool area. 4 of the bedrooms in the hacienda are ensuite bedrooms, each with a private entrance leading to the outdoor space. 2 of these bedrooms have built-in fireplaces. Outside the main residence is a landscaped courtyard, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath guest quarters, an additional 2-bedroom guest house, and a caretaker's house. The caretaker's house is a 2-bedroom facility tucked away amidst a grove of eucalyptus trees. It features a private yard, laundry facilities, and beautiful views of the valley below. Next to the guest house is a 6-car garage with beamed ceilings. At the garage's entrance is the Douglas Partial landscape mural painting. During the height of the property as a gentleman's ranch, this space, located below the guest room, served as a ballroom and dance floor of some of the wild parties held there. In addition to the parking garage, the home features an outdoor parking area, accommodating over 20 cars. The property also has a swimming pool, a tennis court, a horse barn, enclosed pastures, horse shelters, and a riding ring. The home has been updated recently to include modern amenities and repair some damage. The renovations have included updating the HVAC systems, remodeling and modernizing the kitchens, repairing the roof, repainting the home, reinforcing and resurfacing the driveway, automating the main gate. The property connects to the outside world via a long winding road lined with mature oak trees. In addition to the trees, the almost half-mile-long paved road offers beautiful views of the surrounding areas. Stewart, who bought this ranch together with 𝗁𝗔𝗡𝗡𝗟, later sold it to Paul Lufbridge Jr., who later sold it to Dean Martin, the singer. Stewart also sold about 950 acres of the ranch to the 𝗁𝗔𝗡𝗏 Family Trust. Only about 5,000 acres of the original ranch remain to the Mitchell family. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure you've subscribed to our channel to receive updates on videos of your favorite classic celebrities. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.